guys, and welcome to another WIP Wednesday. I think I missed last week's WIP Wednesday. I'm pretty sure I missed WIP Wednesday last week, and I showed some of the WIPs that I was working on for the live. For those of you that are new to the channel, the way I usually do this is I show you the projects that I have finished over the course of the last 7 days, and then we discuss a little bit about the projects that I'm hoping to get finished or plan on getting finished over the course of the next 7 days. Also, something that I did want to mention here at the start of the video, I had moved my Friday live stream to Wednesdays, and I have actually moved it now to Tuesday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. You guys can catch me live either with my mom or Crystal from Hook That Yarn. I'm thinking about possibly doing an open panel for those people that want to come up during my live streams, but I have moved the time to Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Central Standard, and I think we're going to stick with that because I kind of feel like I really need to pick a time and stay with it. If you guys can tell, I'm a little bit kind of excited today. I went yarn shopping today. You guys will see that haul in another video, because I totally went back to Hobby Lobby for a second time to hit that clearance sale up. I couldn't help it. And if, I don't know, I might try to do it a third time because there are still some things that I would like to get to put into some happy mail for a couple of people. But anyways, getting back to WIP Wednesday, I hope you guys are kind of doing your best to keep track of my bats, the number of bats that I have made. Like I said in many videos so far, the best way to do that is to keep track using my community tab. That's where you will, be able to, that's where I'm posting the updates for how many bats I've made so far. And then, at probably about mid-December, I'll post a video where you guys can guess how many bats I've made total, and the first person to either guess correctly or guess the closest without going over will win the giveaway. And then the reason I do that, the reason it runs all the way through to mid-December is because it's a giveaway that I do in accordance with working at Scream Hollow, which is a local Halloween theme park that I work at, which I'm sure some of you guys have seen me talk about Scream Hollow. In fact, in this video, you'll probably see some clips. I'm probably going to insert some clips towards the end of this video of the last night at Scream Hollow. We just finished up our summer event, which was a month long, and I did happen to get some footage. It was the summer event this year was called Frequency of Fear. Now, I don't know if YouTube is going to let me keep the audio in those clips, just because of the copyright situation. But if you guys want to stick around for that, I'm probably going to insert those clips towards the end of the video. And so now let's get back to WIP Wednesday. Because Saturday was actually the last day of the Scream Hollow summer event, and we're not going to be open until September 13th, which gives me lots of time to make bats. That being said, the only finished projects I have to show you guys for this week's WIP Wednesday are bats. So I've got these two little guys here, and this colorway is called Papaya, and it is a Red Heart Super Saver color. I found it at my thrift store, but after I started making these bats, I actually came across it in Walmart. So that is where you can pick this colorway up. Prior to finding this colorway at the thrift store, I had never seen it before, but I think it's a super cool kind of Halloween-y color. And I've actually got some other ones that are made in this color as well. I think they turned out really cute. I really do. I like the way they're coming out, and I am stocking up on bats, y'all. So I've also got these two guys that totally have one of my hairs stuck to them. Does that happen to everybody else or to anybody else? Like, my hair gets in my crochet. So I've got these two guys. This is Lion Brand Basic Stitch. I think the color is called Pine, and then the wings and the ears are actually Red Heart Super Saver in the colorway Real Teal. And the nose is just some scrap pink that I've just been using scrap pink or scrap black for the noses. And then this tiny little guy here, some of you guys may know that I have been working on some really tiny ones. He's smaller than the palm of my hand. I am using scrap yarn for these tiny ones and a 2.5 millimeter hook. This scrap yarn came from a Lotus Mandala jacket that I made using Premier Anti-Peeling DK colors. And I will throw a couple of pictures of that cardigan on the screen. It was one of my Lotus Mandala dusters, and I never got pictures of it at the time that I finished it, which I think was like towards the end of April, beginning of May, somewhere around in there. But I had told you guys that I would get pictures of it, so I will put them in here, somewheres around in here. And I'm using the scrap yarn from that to make those smaller bats, which that Lotus Mandala duster it fits me, and I'm keeping it. It's purple. It's my color. I'm gonna rock it. I don't know when or where I'm gonna rock it, but I'm gonna rock it. I was so excited because I have always liked that pattern, and I've not been able to fit into one in a very long time, but I have lost quite a bit of weight over the last several months. So when that one fit me, I was like, I'm keeping it. Like, it is what it is. Speaking of Lotus Mandala dusters, so many of you already know I have an Etsy shop. Excuse me. I have an Etsy shop where you guys can order the Lotus Mandala dusters from me as a made-to-order item, and you can pick from, I've got them listed several times, and each listing you get to pick like your different colors depending on which yarn you want. For example, I have one listing that is all Lion Brand Mandala Baby, and you get to pick from all of the colors of that particular yarn. And then I have it listed again for Lion Brand Mandala Sequins, and you can pick from any of those colors. And I only make it in two sizes, small and large, but surprisingly, I sell these, usually about 1 to 2 every 2 to 3 months. But anyways, that's complete. I totally got sidetracked. My current project that I'm working on right now is an order. of, it's an order of a Lotus Mandala jacket, or Lotus Mandala duster, and it is in the sequins. The one that was picked was the Lion brand Mandala sequins, so I'm using this yarn right here, and this colorway is called Ametrin. Ametrin. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. It's spelled Ametrine. This is a lightweight 3 yarn, and there are 295 yards per ball, which compared to the other mandalas in the Lion brand mandala family, there's not very much yardage. The regular Lion brand mandala has 590 yards in it. So it does take quite a few more cakes to make this jacket. And I think they might be discontinuing it because they were on sale on the Lion brand website. When this order came in, I didn't have any, which is very untypical for me. Like, usually if it's a Lion brand mandala, I have it in every color and I don't have to worry about it. But I did not have the color, so I had to place an order, and when I went to the Lion brand website, the Lion brand mandala sequins were all clearanced out, and before I could place the order for the color that I needed, somebody else bought it all. So then I had to go search for it online, and the only place I could find it was actually on Amazon, the Lion brand Amazon page or store. The Lion brand Amazon store is where I found it, and they were selling it there for $8.99 a cake, which leads me to wonder if the Lion brand sequins is not going to be discontinued soon. Because of that, I actually had to raise the prices on my in my Etsy shop for that particular jacket, because I can't get it as cheap as I used to. And of course, once they discontinue it, it's going to be even harder to find. People are going to jack those prices up, and I'll be looking on, Etsy and eBay and all of that. But that is what I've been working on the last couple of days. Well, since, I don't know, I think Friday or Saturday, because I worked on it the last day at Scream Hollow. I think Friday and Saturday I worked on it at Scream Hollow while I was in the ticket booth selling tickets. And I will show you guys how this one is turning out. It starts out with the green, and it's got kind of that cornflower blue. I don't know if you guys can see the sequins in it or not. And the whole thing with these, you can see the color changes. Like, for example, right here, you can see where that light blue turns into the darker blue. And again, right here, you can see the colors are not consistent. And I do that on purpose, just because I know a lot of people like to color control. I, for one, am not real big into color control, but the reason I do that with these particular jackets is, even if you were to take an order 2 from my shop and you wanted them both in the same color, they're not going to turn out the same. They're going to be different depending on how the colors play out. And to me, that's a very unique thing. No matter what, you get a unique jacket. So that is what I'm working on as of right now. I wish I could hold it up higher maybe so that you guys could see all of it, but that is what I'm working on right now, is another Lotus Mandala duster. And of course I will link the bat pattern and the Lotus Mandala pattern in the description box for you guys. anybody who's interested. It's one of the Lotus Mandala Duster is like one of my most favorite patterns to make. I make them constantly, not just because people order them, but because I just like making them. Kiwi just woke up from his nap. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up this, and hopefully within the next week I can also finish up my little one-armed ghost. I started this guy, I don't know, I started this guy at work while I was in the ticket booth, and this is how far I got by the end of the night. They're usually 5-hour shifts. And I still haven't put his other arm on because it's kind of a pain, but I'll get it on there. And then I was thinking about doing either a little pumpkin that he can kind of hold underneath his arm, or maybe doing a candy corn and a witch hat. I haven't really decided, but I want to dress him up somehow. And, you know, give him a little mouth, and he needs his little skirt at the bottom. Casey doesn't care for him because he's not stuffed as firmly as a lot of my other amigurumi, but that is because he's made from the top down and I needed his bottom to lay flat. I was thinking that if I get enough bats made for the fall, that I might try designing a similar ghost pattern that is worked from the bottom up, where you would have maybe some cardboard or something. At least that's what I was thinking in my head, is I would try to design something that was worked from the bottom up, and where you could fit like a piece of cardboard and he would stand like flat. I mean, I know there's gnome patterns that are like that. I don't know. Of course, designing is a whole nother realm of crochet. It means I have to sit down and actually, like, think about what I'm doing rather than just follow a pattern. But, yeah, so that's what I have for WIP Wednesday. Really, I'm just working on these two projects. I do have I have a black bat over here that I would like to get finished. I don't know that it's going to get finished this week, though. You never know, because my intention is to try and fill up this entire clothes basket with amigurumi for the fall season at Scream Hollow, which starts September 13th and runs all the way through October. And, you know, last year I was struggling because my bats kept selling out, and I was really struggling keeping, you know, the amigurumi in there. So this year the goal is to fill up that clothes basket, and hopefully that will be enough for the entire fall season. You know, it's just one of those things. I'm just gonna keep making amigurumi unless I get, you know, some Etsy shop orders. Which, by the way, guys, shameless plug, if you guys want to hop on over to my Etsy shop and maybe heart a few items, or share my Etsy shop link out, I would totally appreciate it. Yeah, it helps me, it helps support the channel. You know, and like I said, I really appreciate that. I'm no pressure to buy anything, but if you guys have the time, hop on over to my Etsy shop and maybe check out some things and heart some things. Right now, everything is still 25% off for Father's Day, so there's also that. Anyways, so I think that's pretty much all I have for WIP Wednesday. So I guess here's some footage from the last night at Scream Hollow. Hopefully they let you guys hear the music. If they don't, I will, well, if they don't, then it's gonna be without music, and I'll just, I don't know, maybe I can like insert the name of the song that was playing or something. I don't know. But yeah, enjoy, guys. And enjoyed that little bit of Scream Hollow footage. Hopefully in the fall I can get some more footage of all the fun that goes on out there. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on WIP Wednesday. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for the channel support. I will see you guys in my next video. Which will probably be a Hobby Lobby yarn haul. I'm thinking I'm going to schedule that one for, I don't know. It'll be, I don't know. I'm not going to make any promises. But anyways, guys, thanks again. Bye.